there's 2 and there's 3. So when we cut this into 3 parts, more, a little bit more. So we're not putting too much of this now. So there, if you want to weigh it out, you can weigh it out. It will be approximately around 55 grams. Approximately 55 grams. Again, using the same knife, palette knife, just to smoothen this out. So I'm putting lesser cream than the last. In this one, we don't have to use that much amount of cream, predominantly because the weight will be a little off balance. Just gently move it around like that, like you're petting. Just gently move it off your grated chocolate. So this is, I want to do this simple black forest because although black forest to that, this ingredient makes a big difference. So this small Mala's ingredient here, just a little bit. This is again is widely available throughout the country. No excuses now to make a near perfect black forest. That's the, I mean, I always would prefer to make my own compote, but I don't live in Germany, so I don't have access to very good star cherries. I don't want to go up in the budget, so you can even sell these cakes. Again, and when it salivates, it automatically gives you this, this feeling. That's very important when you do any cake. Again, enough sugar syrup. So one of the things, I don't know if you noticed now, my sugar syrup is starting to get very creamy. Placing it down like that. For a vanilla sponge, you can even make a nice spoon of. So put it in multiple locations. So you get a nice yummy feel to this chocolate. Again, you need to just flatten this around. Just move it down like the same. Just imagine you're petting your cat or petting a dog. And so you just be very gentle with this. Once this is done, you're going to add in the top layer. Topmost layer goes in there. Sugar syrup. Again on top, here's the share. Just putting enough on top. And I'm using a small knife because I have a small cake. So if I have a large cake, I'll use a large knife. Simply keep it to one end, covering the center and rotate it. So if you keep it odd and you hold it in the odd fashion like this, it will give you a shape like that. If you hold it straight, it will give you a straight finish. That's the benefit of using, having firm hands. So if you're a smoker whose hand shakes like that, then it's going to be difficult for you to make the cake. If you were in that kind of a scenario where nice, it looks good and at the same time it kind of tastes good as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just coating the sides as well. So crumb coat, I'm not mixing the cream. Again, I'm just going to finish this off on top. And I'm going to take off the excess cream. Cake which does not have too many blemishes. Although that isn't, for me personally, that isn't a problem. Like I don't really care about those things. But you will definitely not have customers like me. You will have customers who are very hard and fast. Make sure when you take it off, just scrape the bottom like this. Place your knife in the center and simply slide it off. This I'm going to put inside. Again, I'm going to put this for cleaning. Copy that. Use a slightly cleaner board like this. It's very important to keep cleaning your board like that. Again, put lots on top. Put lots and then subtract. the heat and the wetness of the knife. So if you keep doing it in a fast pace, but when you're used to doing this for a while, then it will come as a second nature to you. Remove as much of the top layer as you can so that it is nice and flat. Again, the sides you need to move them like that. You can see this, is it clear? Gently just press it against the side, just gently. And there's still so much cream there, what to do? So you can just take some of it off. So what I do is I level it up that way. I keep moving my knife upwards. It helps me level up the cream better. So if there's any excess down, I can level it up towards the top. Take scrape wood. 50 rupees scrape wood. Keep the pointed edge downward like this, downward. And on the angle like that, simply hold it like this. So you can choose either the scrape. If you have a little dot of green there, don't worry. You take a little bit more green to cover it. So as I mentioned to you, I am not very particular about the whiteness of the cake. I would have kind of liked the cake from the get-go itself, because I like the creme brûlée. But this cake will last better inside the fridge or in a display counter rather than the one with the creme brûlée. So is it flat enough? Am I happy with this flatness? If not, then you can definitely keep going. Gently clean. Remove the excess. You can just pick it up and again slide it gently like this. So if you have this part, don't worry, you can still clean that. All this can be clean. So to garnish this, all you have to do is simply just spoon up some grated dark chocolate on top. I mean, there are various ways you can do this. You can use even curls, but I prefer to use grated chocolate, which is cold. It goes very well with this particular cake, and it's also very simple to achieve at home. So you can just grate this in a box grater, and that's simple to achieve. So the reason I put it on a tray like that is so that it doesn't clump up in a bowl. Yeah, and the next thing is to just take your piping bag and to pipe up some nice beautiful rosettes around it. You can do 7 rosettes, you can do 8 rosettes, that depends on you. I just had to leave a little bit of a gap there so that the photo looked very nice. So yeah, that's the reason we did 7 odd number. Take out your cherries, make sure that they are left like that so that the excess water drains out, and then you can just plop them on top. If you're planning to keep this in the chiller for a long time, make sure you just put a coat of a neutral glaze on top of the cherry tops. So this is really nice, looks very beautiful and very elegant, and something that can easily sell in a shop. Make sure that the cherries you put have no blemishes on it, so they are nice and red all throughout. With any black spots, just change the cherry. And that's it, folks. Amazing.